Alrighty, hello boys and girls. How's everybody doing? Got a little bit of a different thing going on today. So yesterday, as you probably know, Undead Labs had their live stream, and they were talking about the new patch, the update 16. So I thought I'd make a little video going through it. Some of the stuff we're not going to talk about that doesn't apply to me, which is computer key bindings for non-U.S. countries. There's some stuff about the infirmaries and putting people into, excuse me, into the plague beds. What did they call that? When you wait, is it this? Yeah, here you go. Blood plague treatment. Something to do with that. I don't understand. I've never used it. I've been curious about that. I guess I should actually look into that a little deeper, but I think you have to have full-on blood plague, and then it slows down the process so you can make a cure or something. Because I don't think you can put people in with just partial infection. But anyways, like I said, we're not going to even talk about it. But anyways, first up, new bounties pawn shop pack, and for me that's like a big who cares. I mean, I'll admit those SKS rifles look pretty cool, and the swords and the knife and all look pretty cool, but how are they any different than any other games and swords that we have in games? How are they any different than the other guns and games that we have in the game? However, there is one, I guess, little thing with the guns, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Anyways, so now to the big stuff. Most importantly, for me especially, since I do stream this a lot with subs, Error 3s are supposedly getting worked on, and they didn't say it was going to not happen, but they are hoping to reduce the amount of times that it happens. And then also invisible Zeds, hopefully that will also go away or be greatly reduced. They're going to change the weapons where they're going to be more durable, but cost more to repair. Fine, I guess. No biggie to me. I'm an obsessive repairer, so I repair I don't care if it's like one part to fix it. I just go ahead and touch up my stuff. And then also when the update goes live, they were saying any broken or partially damaged weapons will be repaired fully, but that's like a one-time thing, once the update kicks in. Let me see here. Oh, and I guess I should make clearer notes, but I think that also along with the more durability, more parts to repair, you'll also salvage more parts from them when you break them down, if you break them down. Now, it must be tough to be a developer, because all of us out here saying you should do this, you should do that, and none of us are developers. Well, I'm not a developer. Some of you might be developers. But if I could give Undead Labs one word of advice, stop talking about the suppressors. You made a mistake, and I honestly don't understand how it got to that point where you put it into the game. But anyway, suppressors are fine now where they should be. And this is what they should have done in the first place, because this is why they brought it up. They felt like people were using suppressors, they weren't using brakes. And so this is, again, what they should have done in the first place. So brakes now no longer add any additional noise to your gun, but they improve the durability, and they are the recoil is much more controllable. And it's like, that's how you do it. that was the problem with the brakes in the first place. It was all negative and no positive. So yes, so you're gonna pay for noise. They're gonna make the normal amount of noise, but like I said, it's gonna have improved durability. They didn't really say how much, and then the recoil. So, like again, like I said, that's what they should have done in the first place. Also said chokes are gonna get touched up. They're gonna make your, and it's mostly like shotguns, as far as I can tell. They're gonna be more accurate. It's gonna add more range and more power. Heavy weapons are going to.
We need more storage. Otherwise, we can't hold all our resources.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And I'm really surprised they let me go this long without interrupting me. Heavy weapons. And again, this is probably where they should have started. They are going to be more durable. And okay, so they were saying that all the weapons are going to be more durable, but heavy weapons on top of the added durability are going to be more durable on top of that. Personally, I feel like they should never break. That should be the cost benefit to having such a slow weapon and that uses so much stamina. But hey, they're a step in the right direction. Also, they're going to have more power. They should be more.
Until we improve our storage, we have to expect things to get broken like this.
Will you shut up with the storage? We're fine with the storage. Where was it? Oh, yeah. So they should be more effective against juggernauts. Infestations. This is a big one. I can't believe it's taken them 2 years to get to this point. But they were saying that annoying thing where you knock out an infestation or 2 or 3, and then 10 seconds later, hey, a new infestation.
It makes my heart warm to see people smiling on occasion.
I really wish there was a way that you could turn off community chatter. Anyways, infestations, yeah. So so when you destroy an infestation, it triggers a moratorium on the spawning of a new infestation, as opposed to them just being timed. And that's why they were saying that you could knock one out, knock a few out, whatever, and then 10 seconds later, a new one pop up. And because and they even said it this way because I always felt like
Zeds are heading for base. Get everybody
Here
ready.
we go. This is what I was talking about. They can never let you just have a nice conversation without interrupting you with community chatter or something like this. So anyways, let's get ready for. You know what? I think I'm gonna actually switch to one of my gifted weapons from Chief Fluffy. Unless it puts me.
This is my home.
It does
I'm
put me
not
out
letting
of
one Zed in here.
light carry. Never mind. We'll switch to this one maybe. There we go.
Let's burn these motherfuckers down.
Anyways, where was I? Infestations. Yeah. So it's deflating to
Stay dead this time.
knock out a bunch of infestations, only to have one pop up literally 10 seconds. Is that it? That's quoting Jeffrey, the 10-second spark. But yeah, oh, come
Time
on.
to head out.
I just saw a plague zombie.
But those are kind of my words. If you've seen me on stream, it's deflating to your
screamer.
morale. Okay, where is the screamer?
How's it going?
Oh, here you are.
We may have to abandon this
Oh wow,
place.
this was a kind of big one.
We've got this! Fight
Oh, I
them
think that's this base. I don't think you're allowed to have. Oh,
Spotted a feral. Damn.
come on, Pharaoh. Get your door, your gate doors.
Looks like we're not done yet.
Oh, not sending it in the right place. To shut the gate.
Always hit him again.
Oh, come on. I was hitting the
Come on,
dodge
guys.
button.
Let's show
I
these Zeds what
think
we're
it was
made
the
of.
corner of that garden that was blocking me, but you're just gonna have to trust me on the dodge button.
Maybe we should be going somewhere else.
We're not letting these undead bastards win!
Left one. Oh, you got that one. Let's see. Where are they? Oh, yeah.
That's a screamer.
Where? Oh, you got it. Looks like a bunch of.
Really
Oh,
hope
now I
that's the
can't
last
get out.
of them.
Where's the other one? Just need to get some elevation. Oh, there. Oh, it's just enough. I'm gonna shoot through this hole.
Not in my house. Don't give up, folks.
And of course, I can't close this door. There's the jug.
We're not letting these undead bastards win!
They make it way too easy for the zombies to hear us in here.
Oh. What the? Oh, thanks, Kaufman. That was not very polite of you.
That's a full-blown horde.
Whoops. Oh, wow. Really?
That'll shut it up.
Where's the full-blown horde? Looks like they got it. Alright. Maybe that'll buy us a little piece. Oh, which reminds me. Oh. Don't want to go to the to the base screen when you hear.
It's over. That's a relief.
Alright, let's see here. Nope, can't do seeds.
A few years from now,
But I
I
can
could
hear.
see us maybe even having movie theaters again. Seriously.
See, is there something else I want to do? Oh, maybe this. I don't know why. I guess that's like literally the first time I've started using that to make parts. Ooh, look at those guts all over my supply locker.
This place feels like home.
And like I said, bam. I just feel like it's just good rule of thumb. Just repair your stuff as soon as you can. Anyways, where were we? Infestations and the spawning of them, and now killing one is going to put a moratorium on the creation of a new one, which I am all for. And let's see here. I'm going to shut this door. Next thing up on the thing. Oh, hordes. No longer have the hive mind. So,
Could be worse.
should be able
Could be
to
better, but I'll take what I can get.
knock one off without alerting the whole horde, and be able to pick them off one by one through stealth. AI is going to be getting like better shooting, which they kind of already have. But what they were saying was that apparently AI was not shooting their weapons at the full distance or full range that they could shoot. I guess that they were only when they were in close range. It said mainly it will affect community members in the sniper towers, and that they will also supposedly get into vehicles quicker. They also raised the trigger, I guess, for community fights and complaints. Like, I guess people who are irritable. Let's go ahead and bring up that menu screen. It might be a little easier to menu screen, map screen. But yeah, if you look at threat level, you see it's in 3 sections. The far left, where that first divider is, I believe as long as you're below that, they said 14. And that might be confusing that with the 2 different types of irritabilities, I guess. But anyway, so I believe people who get irritable, as long as you're below that first line, they won't say anything. And then people who pick fights, if you're below empowered, I believe, then they will still pick fights. And oh, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. The morale bar. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I really gotta take better notes the next time I take notes. Okay, forget what I said about the threat level. It's the morale bar. So yeah, I believe that first little section in the green is, as long as you're in that or right above it, people who get irritable won't get irritable. As long as you are into empowered, like I am right there, which I don't know if it's that whole third bar, but they won't pick fights as long as you're empowered or higher. The reason I got confused with the threat level is because they raised the threshold where people will not complain about the noise, saying that we're too loud, like what I just got. And then one that I am not 100% on board with. I mean, I get it, and I think it's not a bad idea. It's just okay. So you go to your supply locker, and you want to. So I guess the way it would work would be like this. So I've got this on me, but I want to switch to this or a crossbow. I believe if you hit X, I don't think you have to hold it, and it just seems like you just hit X, it will swap them. It'll put the gun that's equipped into your locker and equip the weapon that you're trying to equip, if that makes sense. Instead of when you pull one out of the locker, the one that's equipped goes into your backpack, and you have to take it from the backpack, put it into your locker. The only thing with that is, and it's a tiny thing, but I guess if you want to have a backup weapon, because sometimes, it's not uncommon to want a crossbow and a gun. I guess you would have to hit A. You would just click A like that, and it just goes into your backpack. So, yeah, I guess, you know what? I guess that's what maybe I was overthinking it. Now that I really put my mind to it, I do think that's actually a pretty good quality of life change. If you want to just change weapons, you just pick your weapon, hit X, they swap. Because now the words are sinking into my head of what they were meaning. Because, yeah, if you want a secondary weapon, you just grab a secondary weapon. So, yeah, never mind. I am totally on board with that change. I like it. And let's see. We are getting close to the end, which is good, actually. Wow, because the last time I did one of these, it went for an hour. Okay, here's one that really doesn't matter to me, but I've heard a lot of other people really griping about this one. But apparently, map changing. When you change maps, the Plague Heart, even in, or especially in Nightmare Zone, will not be revealed as soon as you get there. You will need to go find them. I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. It was just a bug, I guess you'd call it, that they are addressing. Which, yeah, I'm glad for those people that it really bothered. For me, it was no. I always got a survey vehicle anyway, so it was neither here nor there for me. And and then this is another good quality of life one, and we'll see how good it is. But let's go back to this now. See, So now the way things are, if you go to the right, if you hit RB and hit on community, but you want to go to your base, we've all pretty much learned to go this way, because see, look at that, it just goes. Even though it's 2 clicks, I guess it would still be 2 clicks, but you see it just goes straight there. Now they said this is in this
I still have nothing new on this Project Osiris, but Red Talon is investigating. It could just be a citizen radio broadcast, but I don't think so. If there's anything to it, we will let you know.
I'm sure you will. Anyways, the key word here is reduced. They're going to reduce the amount of time that it takes to go from this to community. See, look at that. What is that, like 5 seconds? Instead of, see how it just switches over? Now, the thing, once it's loaded, though, you can just go back and forth. But I have to say that that is a good change, and hopefully, I mean, if it's okay, let's go like this. Okay, so like, see, that's pretty instantaneous. But if it were like 1,000 and switched, I'd be fine with that. But then, yeah, so that actually is everything. Overall, I think it's pretty positive stuff. It's a little surprising it took them this long to get to some of these points. And I'm not talking about the Air 3, because, I mean, that really should have been taken care of they should have looked into that a long time ago. If it was something they couldn't figure out, or they should have, anyway, water on the bridge. Hopefully that's going to be taken care of. But what I'm talking about are the infestations and the brakes, and they should have suppressors, and they should have had all of that, in my opinion, figured out at release. And I kind of feel bad saying anything about it. I probably shouldn't have. But it could be. But let's just be thankful that they are getting to this point, and that's good. That's a good thing. I'm just looking at my notes, and I'm stalling because I'm looking at heavy weapons, and again, it's making me think of the changes that they're changing to. I don't understand, and it's easy for me at sitting here to be like, why did they not do this in the first place? Because yeah, as soon as, and you know what, it doesn't even really affect me because I don't use heavy weapons, and I'm not really going to. The benefit does, the penalties outweigh the benefits for me. But it just seems to be a series of things that seem like they should have even thought through a little bit more before they put it into the game. But I guess it's nitpicking. I shouldn't I guess be too hard on them. It's just difficult to not feel that way. But I'm glad that they're coming around. I'm glad that they are getting to this point. Anyways,
got help to spare? I sure need it.
Anyways, that is the video. If you have any thoughts or you disagree or agree with any of these changes, please leave a comment in the comments. If this is your first time checking out one of my videos, maybe swing by and catch one of my live streams. And if you're one of my longtime subs and you guys know who you are, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I see you the next time I stream. But until then, PalpyTeen out.